Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. My name is Stephanie, the creative girl behind the designs. If you're stopping by my channel for the first time, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notification alerts so that you know when I post my next video. In today's video, I am back to do another use the sticker spread, and I'm going to be incorporating some Happy Planner stickers, some Recollection stickers, and a book of stickers as well from Recollections, all of which these two, anyway, I've had in my stock for quite a while, so it's time to use those stickers. So let's get next week all set up. Stay tuned. Happy Friday. Today is Friday. You're going to see this video tomorrow on Saturday. And let me also say happy first day of autumn. I am so happy autumn is here and I am ready to go. So if you saw my past video, you know that I have already made available this cover and the pumpkin name tag or name plate page. And that's available on the blog. And then also if you subscribe, you will get, let me get my trackers here. Once you subscribe to the newsletter, you will also get this free habit tracker. So be sure to subscribe to that because this is a gorgeous habit tracker. Okay, so I'm going to take this beautiful planner and move it out of the way so I got some room to work. Okay, so we are going to be setting up the week of the 25th through the 1st. And in case you didn't know, the 1st is National Coffee Day. So it's going to kind of have a fall coffee vibe going on. And I'll be using stickers from this book from the Happy Planner. It is the seasonal sticker book. It has 100 sheets in it. I'm a sucker for all things seasonal, so anytime a seasonal sticker book comes out, I usually pick it up. Don't need any more, but I keep picking one up. So there are, I marked some pages. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this in there quite well. Let's see if that works. Hopefully that works for you. Okay, so I've got these boxes here I'm going to be incorporating. And the reason I'm going to use these colors is because in this little book, it's a fall book, Pumpkin Spice. This is an old book. I cannot say that this is still available. I'm pretty certain it's not. So, you know, my point of doing these are more so that you can get an appreciation for, you know, you have all these stickers. You may not have this book, but it's to inspire you to pull out your old or, you know, long overdue stickers and finally use them. So that's what this is about. So, but I'm going to tell you, you know, where I got them all. Of course, Recollections comes from Michael's. And you can see, I'm going to flip through a little bit here. Let's see if I can get this all in here. So you can see the colors kind of go a little bit with these boxes. Of course, the pumpkins go with everything. And so it's just and then it has the coffee, some little headers and otherwise. So I'll be using that. And then I have these, I think I've used a couple. These are scratch and sniff stickers. I don't know if you recall these, you know, from back in the day, but they actually did smell at one time. I don't know if they still do, because again, these are old stickers. But I'm going to probably use this one here. So that's for the National Coffee Day. So I'm just going to set that off aside. Excuse me. And I think what I'm going to do, since there's 2 sheets to everything, I am going to pull out some of the sheets. And then all I'll do once I'm finished with whatever, I can tuck them back in there. But I just don't want to have this book hanging out here, getting in the way. So I'm just going to take them right out. Let me make sure I have all the ones I'm looking for. And then there was this one. And I think that was it. Yes, I mean, there may be a box or two otherwise, but these were the ones I was going to focus on. Oop, I need this back. So basically what I want to do usually when I'm using the stickers, or I try to use the stickers, I will incorporate, again, boxes. If you haven't heard me say it already, you know that boxes solve everything. Plus, they're a great accent. You know, you can use them to mix with other stickers that have the same color theme. They may not look the same, but they have the same color theme, and it will look put together. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing today. And I am going to kind of just tuck these around me so that I can see what I got as I look at my spread. Okay, so from here, now as you know, I keep the middle section the way it is. I do keep the checkbook layout only because I do like the bullet points. So that will not be changing. But I planned on, first, I'm going to kind of really decorate this spread up, but still leaving room for writing, which is important. Since this is a very functional planner for me. Excuse me. It's getting a tad bit chilly and I think I need to pull out my sweaters. I'm a bit cold, but that's a side story. So let's go ahead and get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use each of these boxes in the bottom row. And that's really going to give it a heavy look, meaning it's going to fill that area in for, it'll be almost become a focal. I don't want to stagger them like I did the last spread. So I'm just going to, you know, lay them down and they're all going to go in the bottom. Now these are the Happy Planners, so they should fit perfectly. What I don't know about is this little tab here. That I may need to change that. I think I'm going to have to stagger them. All right. Well, you know, a change of plans, not a problem. So I'm going to start at the top then and go down. I want to make sure I end up with, let me go backward. Take a moment, because I want to make sure that I get the brown one on National Coffee Day. So I'm just going to switch gears for a second and get this on National Coffee Day. So I'll start down here and we'll go backwards instead. Yeah, these are pretty sticky too. Okay. And all of the boxes have the little tab on it says remember. So they're all going to be the same. It's just a color difference, but it's a cute little gingham pattern around it. All right, so I am going to move to the red. I'm going to go again up and down, and then I think that'll just make it easier. Rather than, you know, cutting the tab off to, you know, put this one there or that one there. It just, to me, that's not worth it. I could do that, sure. But this works just as well. Not a problem. Yeah, I think if I had to take these up, I would be a little concerned because they do feel quite sticky. So I'm going to move to the green, I think. I think I'm going to miss a day because there's only 6, but there's 7 days. So I think I'm going to keep going with staggering them, and then Monday would be just the oddball, which I have another plan for. I am going to make this work because we are going to use these stickers. And the best way for using your stickers is working with old and new. That's usually what I tend to do, and I find that it works great. I just mix them, and it works perfectly. I don't know that I've ever had a spread where I've used the stickers and I didn't really like how it came out. All right, so we have the last one here. We are on Tuesday. And you might hear some squeaking in the background. Our dog is just squeaking her toy. It's kind of quiet here, so you might be able to hear that come through. And then I have these two like banners, which I will try and use, but for now I'm going to put it over there. I'm going to bring this one back over. And I think what I'm going to do is grab this other color. I'm going to add in another color. All right. So I'm going to keep this one in my hand for the moment because I want to make sure before I stick it down that there isn't a box that I'm going to back it up to. Now, the thing with these recollection stickers is that they are, they're like they're not shiny, but there is a smooth texture to them. So I have always found that when you have these stickers, they are usable. I would just mix them with a permanent marker, and that seems to do the trick. So I wouldn't shy away from them. Let's see. So I have yellow. I'm just looking for something to pair with the yellow. I like this one. I'm going to grab this. It's just a little quote. But I'm going to try and use as many as I can without making it too overly crowded. And then I'm going to put this one down first. So I'm going to go to Monday. I'm going to stay with the pattern. So I'm just going to put this one down here. Let me just double check. Yes, down here. And I've got some things for the sidebar as well. And then I don't want to cover up the color. So I think what I'm going to do is just back this right to the edge and just kind of stagger it a bit. Hopefully that's straight. Looks good. Okay. So these are nice banner stickers as well. Oops. So they have remember, review. I like that one for sure. Focus on, reschedule, remember, review. Okay, so it just repeats itself. But these are nice too. So I think what I'm going to do is, even though I tend to use all of the check boxes, I think I'm going to cover one of them up to use these headers. So I'm going to go with yellow. And I'm just going to follow, if I can, as closely as possible, the current color scheme for each day. And then I'm just going to put these down right over the first box. And then what I want to do, because now I have my boxes, I don't like to add anything more in here because the boxes kind of fill that up. Anything else I put in here will be decor, but then I'm going to work in the sidebar. What I wanted to do from this sticker book are these cute little pumpkin letters, and I'm just going to cover it, but I'm going to say just September, S-E-P-T. If they have all the letters, which they should. Okay. We're just going to go right over this. And there's two shades of the pumpkins. There's a lighter and a darker, so I'm going to kind of vary those as well. And I'm just going to kind of randomly put them, not in a straight line or anything, and just give it a little bit of uniqueness. Oh, was the E not? I thought I grabbed the darker E. Oh, well, there was one that was darker. Let me see. I don't know that I can get that off. You know what? I'm going to leave it. Sometimes it is what it is. Now, I may not have room for a T. Let's see. So let's grab a dark one. Let's see if I can squeeze this in here. Yeah, that's a tight squeeze, but it's all in there. Okay. Now for this sidebar, I am going to use quite a few of the, I'm just checking here. See, this is cute. Even something like this, again, it's a shiny sticker, but if you use a permanent marker, it'll work perfectly. Gather here. I like this box. So I definitely want to pair this with something. Let's see, I have these boxes. So let's see. I think I'm most likely going to pair it with the orange one. That seems to work the best with it. All right. So I am going to do, I'm going to overlap it this way. So I'm going to put this one over. So I'm going to go over here as far as I can go over, pretty much to the edge. And hopefully this sticker is straight because there's not a whole lot of room here. And then this one I'm just going to stagger to the edge. All right, and then instead of note, I am going to put, let me go back to my stickers here. I think I'm going to use this because it is National Coffee Week. So I'm going to use this orange box. Again, there's going to be a lot of orange, and then I'm going to filter in other colors. So this is going to go the same way. I'm going to build it from the side. And I think what I'll do is I'll put it right up to the edge again. All right, and then this one's going to go this way. And I don't want to have this box filter into Monday, so I'm going to make sure I get this way. There is a gluiness to these stickers because as I put that down and lifted it slightly, I felt that gooiness. All right, so what I need to do is I want to use this here. These stickers. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use these before I forget. I'm going to use these down here. I always like quotes in my planner spreads. All right. And then this one's going to go over here. Okay. I'm going to just kind of center this slightly. I didn't even measure it to the other one, so hopefully we're going to be in balance. Okay. Now this sticker sheet has one sticker left. So I don't know that I'll use it this week, but you know what? I think I'm gonna make it work. I have now emptied a sheet of stickers. What I will typically do, let me get this over here because I'm gonna put that on the green, is I will take off the backer piece. Let me get my X-Acto knife, show you what I mean. Just to get it started. There we go. So all I'll do is I'll take, now you have two options. I don't typically do this. You can pull this sticker sheet off as a whole, and you can use the stickers that are already here as a border in the box. So you just cut around the outer edge of the sticker and use it as a box. I don't do that. What I do is I'll take this all off so that I now have a clean sticker sheet that I can use to help plan planner spreads. I don't always remember that, but that's why I typically do what I do. So you have two options when you finish a sticker sheet. So this cute little piece of corn, I'm just going to put it down here because it follows with the green. Just going to kind of tuck it off to the side here. So that emptied that out. Happy about that. And then before I go too far, let me get my pumpkin spice coffee here. Let's see. I'm going to test it for you. Let's scratch. It does. It still smells like pumpkin spice. That's hilarious. And it has other fun designs, you know, like for Halloween, and there's another pumpkin spice. So I have options, but they do still smell. So now every time I want to get a little bit of a vibe going in my planner, all I have to do is scratch and sniff my stickers. Okay, so this is for Sunday, which is National Coffee Day. Now my nail will smell too. It's kind of like, you know, when you burn a candle, same idea. Oh, I needed one more box over here I wanted to use. I wanted to use this review. If I can get it off. Sometimes the stickers fight me. Okay, so I'm not going to border this to any, I'm not going to contain it within a box. I'm just going to put it in the sidebar because there are some things I need to review next week, and this will just be my reminder to do that. What I may do once I decide if I'm going to use a colored pen or not, you know, I may bring a light border around it just to contain it to that area, but for the most part, I'm not going to put any other boxes for that. Now, with these, there are extra boxes, but you know what? I'm not going to fill this in with any more. I typically only like to do one top three. I have a very important, which are the rest of the boxes, so I'm going to consider this one done. And then this sheet has some of the headers, which may be useful, but for the moment, I don't expect that I'll need them. I won't be using any more of those. I'm going to tuck those off. Now it's just a matter of filling in the blanks. But before I do that, I do want to highlight my days. I'm going to do something different. Okay, so what I did was I just grabbed a few of my Tombow markers. One of them is a King Art, and I'm just looking for a scrap piece of paper. So I'm going to create something a little bit different up here. Okay, so I'm going to start with orange because it's lighter. And basically what I'm going to do, if I can, it won't be as noticeable on this side because there is a sticker here, but so, you know, it's not perfect. It's not meant to be perfect. It's just meant to give it a little bit of a box that's it, because I do have a lot of boxes going on, so I kind of want to keep with that vibe. All right, so what I'm going to do now to finish this up is I am going to start putting down some decorative stickers. These are just going to be randomly all over. So this one has this little pumpkins in the bucket. I'm going to use those here. Just going to scatter some of these around, and then I'll go back in with the leaves, and then that'll, for the most part, finish it up. I'm going to grab these at the top. I'm just going to kind of randomly put them wherever. And I have a big pumpkin. I think I'm gonna have to do this one here. And I don't have, I guess this is the closest to green. I'll grab that one. It's probably the closest I can get to the green, so I'll put this one down here. All right, now let's go back to the leaves. Now these colors are more reminiscent of the fall or autumn time. I did a test and I cannot pull those up. So I'm not going to. I'm not going to take that chance. All right, so all I'm going to do now is just sprinkle some leaves throughout, and then I will be done. So I want to grab this one here, this brown one. And we're going to grab a nice golden yellow. Which way does it go? I think it goes this way. I like the yellow with the blue, so I am going to kind of just put it somewhere, maybe, or maybe yellow and brown. That works too. Let me do that. No, let me not. I want to put this big leaf here instead. Now let me go back to this. I'm just going to put this one here. And then what have I got? I've got orange, brown, yellow. There is this cute little red leaf thing. Let's put this one here. I don't want to cover my day. All right, and then what I want to grab is a few of the smaller ones. So it's going to be like these small little red ones. Or let me grab a big and a small, and then I won't use any more of those. Again, I don't want to over clutter, which it does kind of look cluttered, but you know, I like how it looks. I don't know why, but I do. So this one here I was going to put, but this has a leaf on it already. So let me hold that thought for a minute. Let me put this one here. Let me grab these little ones, and I'm going to put this one back unless I have a space to put it, which I kind of don't, but let me see. Yeah, I don't want to cover up too much. Yeah, it's too big. Let me just keep with the little ones. All right, so we have this one and this one. Let's see if I can get this one out. There we go. All right. And then I'm just going to kind of scatter these around without covering up the areas that I need to write in. Okay. Nice, right? So now one option I have, and I may or may not because I don't want to have a whole lot of color going on, is you could go back with your markers and for each color find the marker that works and put it in that color. I don't think I want to do that though, but I do think I want to put the stickers down, not use any more. Let me set those aside and let me look at my brush. I want a brush pen, I think, but I don't know that I want to do a color. So this is another, you know, just a little writing technique you can do. I like to use my mild liner brush pen and go through, and I use the brush pen because sometimes the marker or the highlighter doesn't give me that look I'm looking for. And I basically go through. Yeah, let me do gray. I was debating on my color. So I'm going to do gray. Okay. So the brush pen, let me show you the difference. When I do this, I'm going to finish it in a second. I just want to show you something quick. So when I use a brush pen to do this technique, let me write it with the brush pen first. And then I'll use the marker, like the highlighter itself. That's probably not the best example. Let me use the pen side of the marker. Okay, so you see the difference in the writing? When I use a brush pen, I get a different heaviness in two different techniques. I'll get a long brush stroke or a heavy stroke and then an upper lighter stroke. Whereas with the marker end of it, you just get straight it's like chalkboard almost. And that was not the look I was going for. And I'll show you now what I'm going to do. Now that I used gray, I'm going to go back. I was going to use brown, but I'm going to use my black now. Yes. Then I go back through with my Micron 01 pen, usually in black, and you just kind of do a little swash of ink. So it kind of gives like that shadowed background to the writing. So the closer together the letters, the harder it is to get the look of it, which this one, it was a little bit close. You kind of want to space your letters out, and then this happens to be 2 words, so it doesn't look as normal like it would. I'll show you in a minute. You ever remember like when in school you were being taught cursive writing and you would be practicing your, strokes and so forth? I don't know about anyone else, but again, I'm a left-hander, so it, was a bit of a challenge for me. I always thought I was doing something wrong. But as I kept going in my writing, it gets messier and messier. When you're kind of doing those same things over and over, the letter or the word, it kind of gets to be very messy for me when I get towards the end because it's just repetitive. So that's why it starts to get a little more sketchier towards the end. But let me show you what I was talking about with one word. Let's use, let's just use today. So you use capital letters. Space them out. All right. And then you take, basically what you're doing is creating you can do it however you like. Typically the way you see it is a very small script. So it's, oops, my pencil moved, hold on. It's like really small. Again, I tend to write bigger, so it may not be a perfect example, but this is the difference. Let me move that out of the way. As a left-hander, I need my space to write. All right. So that's what I mean. So when you have more space and, you space your letters out, you get more of the look that typically is standard when you do this kind of technique. Mine's kind of crunched in there because I had very little space. I write big, but it is what it is. It's my spread. I like it. It works for me, and I'm good with that. So, okay. So to recap. What you want to do when you're doing a use the stickers spread is you want to mix your old with your new. definitely incorporate boxes. They really do help to mask the fact that the stickers aren't together. And, you know, add in other, in this case, I added in 3 different stickers. And by the way, I'm still smelling this pumpkin spice scratch and sniff sticker. You're going to mix, you know, in this case, I mixed 3 different styles of stickers. But in looking at it, you know, in a general quick look, it doesn't look like that. And all I did was incorporated some boxes. Again, just because of the style box, I had to stagger them. But it ended up working out. So my best suggestion is always to use boxes and intermingle like a couple different stickers that maybe have that same color family. And then use decor as a fill-in as opposed to using it as a decor item. You know, like sticking one leaf in the box. I'm kind of, you know, having it fall off of the box that it's, you know, in. This one is sort of like that. I probably could have put a smaller one up here, maybe up there, but so those are my best tips. One of a few of the best tips for using use the sticker spread. And, you know, you shouldn't shy away from using your stickers. Pull them out, find colors that match or themes that match, and then pull in your boxes and you'll be good to go. If you don't have boxes, pull out your markers, preferably brush ones, and make a box. Make your boxes heavy-handed. You know, you can make it as wide, as thin, wide, you know. You can make them 3-dimension, you know. Draw your box. Use your markers to create your boxes. But I think that is probably my number 1 tip. Use a box when you're incorporating stickers that you've had laying around for quite a bit. And especially if you don't have, if you have a sticker sheet, but they're not full, and you just want to use the rest of those stickers, incorporate boxes. I love that there's color. I love that I incorporated National Coffee Day. I've got all the elements I need for my functional work spread, and I love how it came out, and I used my stickers. So I hope I have inspired you to do something creative today and every day, and that you create your beautiful life one plan at a time. Thank you for watching.